right, Coach. Thank you very much. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and our home team. Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And off we go from San Antonio. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go! 90 Wolf! Come on out here, come get some. Come get Orbit. Step.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Bravo! Check it out, read. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 9, check 9. Go! Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Let's go. 30 base. Leo. Recon, 132 fighter. Alert 3. Check nickel. Check. Rush in. Ready.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back.
Ready. 43. Check, 43. Watch a slant. Topper. Slant. Hey, lock it. Check 49. Be careful.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
43 is the mic.
Throwing on first down. Stacy. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you. Check safety. Kill.
Throwing again. Stacy. Caught by Allen. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the team...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, exit. Do your job. You did it.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Going up top. He's got a man. Complete. The 20. 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant. 85 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Ready up. 52, Mark 52. Come on, boy. Go, go. You better be ready.
From the gun, Stacy got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stacy. Good one, able to haul it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 46 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard
Come on, set. 60 or 6-6, pull it high. Right up.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. An update from Buffalo. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Haywood. Choose the mic. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Time to go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Going deep here for Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Watch twist. Watch twist. He's coming. Double up.
Get it.
Go, run.
And he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage is coming through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Protein spill. Deuce. Fire.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They run with Patterson. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Here we go. Watch the shit.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Shreds the tackle. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mike 55. Hey, wahoo! Mike 55. Right there in the middle. Let's go.
From midfield, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Mike by 5, Mike 55, Mike by 5.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Broncos cut into that lead. McManus's point after is good, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
That's good for a San Antonio.
This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you. Hey, Delta. Check 59, right?
2nd and 5. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the 1st half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Let's go. 90 Wolf. You draw horses. All day, defense. All day. All day.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lock. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. He's got daylight. 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
On 2nd down and 4. Lock. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 3rd down, Lock. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Lock now. Over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Lock now on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the 2nd half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Space to maneuver at the 40. The 40. He's at the 30, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Patterson on the carry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
On the double. 43 is the mic. Watch the run. Go. 43 is the mic.
To throw on third down. Stacy. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 26. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll run on first down. Gordon. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
No.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. 53. Mike, 53. Go. Get it.
On first down, it's Patterson. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To throw on 2nd down, Stacy, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stacy. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Oh, this one pushed to the right. Badgley missed it. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on fourth down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold. Yep. He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
Let it. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Screen pass to Lindsey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down, Denver.
Ready. 8-3. They're going to need some therapy after this. Go.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He's going to have the hook up to Burnett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. I got you.
On 3rd down, Locke. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. The kick by McManus is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He completes it to Henry. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw on 3rd down, Stacy. And it's complete. Henry And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line.
Go.
Looking to throw. Stacy. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time, and they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-2.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 47 yards. Lock now on 1st down. Now Lock, he lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, exit.
On 2nd and 15 now. Lock. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. That turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Room here to run. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And he'll very wisely take As they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things up.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the backfield, it's Austin. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Now a give, right side. Austin. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Badgley's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Lock gonna throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. He's got it at the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will get him 1 closer. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it to the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Strong left. Strong left.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Von Miller picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from it.
The ball comes out, and this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on fourth down, a change of possession anyway. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
56, the mic, boys, 56. Check 56. Hey, here we go. Fire.
To throw again on second down. Lock. He's going to let it fly. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they will take a knee here.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Watch the run. Watch the run. Set go.
And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now the second-year kicker, Michael Badgley. He hit from 59 as a rookie. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
Hey, high 7.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 11, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. get out of there.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the home team,